I probably should have asked if you're fucking. Are you have the microphone
No,
on? Oh,
I didn't feel like grabbing it.
oh, my microphone's on, which is why my earplugs are in.
So where'd you go to fucking Casper's?
Yeah. So I fucking my manager was yesterday. It was her last day, so we had like a little going away party, and then I woke up hungover as fuck, and I went to the gym, and I've been doing the sauna, and the fucking sauna was awesome, and
Yeah.
basically because of Wolf of Wall Street, I thought that my hair
What
would be gone because of the sauna.
what gym?
Crunch.
Oh yeah,
It, Yeah, you missed out on Crunch. You would have loved that gym because it's a fucking fantastic gym and it's the same price as bullshit Planet Fitness.
is it really?
Yeah, I have the full package and I pay
20
26
bucks?
bucks a month.
How much?
26.
20.
26 bucks. Yeah.
Bro, it's like $6 more.
For the no, because the Planet Fitness one was like 22.
I don't think I was getting it for 20, dog.
No, you're not special. Never have been.
Yeah. So I got a new car.
You know what's weird is I don't need to charge this fucking phone. Hey, Punky. I know you're awake. Can you grab me my phone? Um, I know that you've been making a bunch of money and you have a bunch of money saved. And when I saw you, Anthony's
Oh,
like,
that's not why I got a new car.
well, let me fucking finish. I was like, why the fuck does Alex not have a new car? Still driving this fucking dad's fucking shitty car, and he has all this money, and he can easily have a car
I don't have
payment.
all this money.
You do have all this money, motherfucker.
No.
How much money you got in your bank account? Tell everybody.
Not
Tell
a
the
lot.
7 people that watch this podcast.
Less than 5,000 because I had to make a down payment on my car.
I thought you had like 14 grand.
No.
What do you mean no? That's what you told me.
No, I said Molly and I combined. It's like fucking.
Oh wow. Well, me and her combined, we have like fucking $1,500. So
Well, I had to pay 3,000 down on my car. So,
how
but
much money? You make
guess what
all
kind
that? Go ahead.
of car it is?
Did you get a truck?
No, I said it's car. Guess what kind of car it is?
Fucking faggy car for sure.
It's a 2020 Malibu.
Oh, dude, you got the Malibu Tay?
Yeah, its name is White Chocolate.
Well, that's fucking gay. You fucking just rip off my name for my Malibu Tay.
You don't have a
Sex.
Malibu.
My Malibu Tay is, first of all, my Malibu Tay was fucking sexy chocolate. And the funniest thing about it is I saved my card. I saved my card because I was a gangster back then, and I saved it on a red card, nigga. And so every time I would send it, it would say that. And when I called them to have to get something, they're like, "Oh, and what card is this under?" Ooh, uh,
All these beers are fun.
the red one. I feel like this sounds stupid with me on a microphone and your lazy, stupid ass not on a fucking microphone.
What'd you say?
You should have a
Sorry, all
microphone.
the beer fell out of my fridge because it was in a bag.
I said you should have a microphone.
Still didn't hear you.
You should have a microphone. How did you not hear me? I have a fucking microphone.
I can hear you now. But I can start it from without the car, so now I don't have to get into a hot car ever again.
Well, dude, that's cool. I had that fucking accoutrement in fucking 6 years ago, and then it died.
Well, mine is working fine.
My slut just got a Chevy Trax.
I just lost like hold on, I did something stupid.
What's up with your eyes? Are your eyes black?
No, I've had really dark circles under my eyes recently. I don't know why. Trying to where'd the whole thing go? There we go. Now my eyes have just been having really dark circles lately. I don't know why. Don't know why. I swallowed some pie.
You almost look Asian.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, round eye.
Oh, it's okay. Maybe I'm converting. Yeah, I went Buddhist like a month ago and I haven't been the same since.
We wear masks way before you. We wear masks for years, and now you
Really
wear
weird.
mask.
Uh, my girl dragged me into Marshall's today, and I was like, because she likes the hot deals they got there, and I noticed there was like, and now mind you, this is very positive,
She
positive.
dragged you.
I noticed there was like six to 10 Asian people shopping in there, and I was like, that's always a good sign. I was like, because if there's Asian people shopping here, you're getting a good deal, man. Those motherfuckers love a deal, whether they got millions of dollars or no dollars. They're always out for the deal. So it's a good place to shop, and there's Asian people shopping. They're
You
always
know what
fun
I
to
just
shop.
remembered? I feel like we did this with me on microphone once and you not, and it didn't record one of our audios.
No, it's working. Trust me.
And I know you can hear it, but the recording.
Nah, bro, it's work. It's gonna record.
So, did you see my octopus review?
You're what?
We went to this place it's called Crate. It's like a bunch of stores, but they're like shipping containers that they made into like a little outlet mall. And we go
Yeah,
there
that's a
and there's this little Puerto Rican place and they have empanadas and I fucking love empanadas. So I go to get an empanada and they have octopus empanadas. And I got a beef and an octopus. I had my slut film me and we did this whole food review. It's on YouTube. You can watch it. Um, and as I'm eating the fucking second one, I'm like, this is fucking chicken. How the fuck do they have octopus on the menu and don't know what the fuck octopus means when I fucking say I want octopus empanada? And I tipped her like $5, and she was like pointing at the fucking price, like that's not how much it is. It's like you can keep that. It's a fucking tip.
So it
Fucking
wasn't octopus, it was chicken.
They had octopus. I ordered octopus. She gave me chicken.
I'm guessing you didn't eat there, so you couldn't return it.
I could have, but I didn't. I'm going to return a half-eaten fucking empanada. It's a fucking two Puerto Ricans that own a fucking store. They're not going to fucking give me a refund.
No, they'll give you the octopus you wanted.
Yeah, but we were going to Outback and we were in the parking lot of Outback, which is across the street. So we just went to Outback.
So you were eating
It,
twice.
what the ironic thing is that the fucking food review is better because it got fucked up. It probably would have been just fucking boring
Better
and
because it
lame.
didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I got a new joke, and it's a really good one. I'm really proud of it. I think I might have told you about it already, though.
Yeah.
Has to do with saunas.
You didn't just write this in the past 2 minutes when I mentioned that I go to the sauna like every day.
No, I didn't write this in the last 2 minutes, I promise.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you know these guys, right? Like they have these like competitions, like who can sit in the sauna longest, like the hottest, longest sauna. There's like this guy in like Sweden or one of those fucking Nordic countries who can like just stay in like a sauna for like a really long time. And they have like these weird tournaments and shit for it. And I was thinking about that. I was like, in order to like get to that level, that caliber, like you gotta have like dedication. Like your family's gotta be around you. Like you've had to been trained since you were a kid, you know? It's really important. And that's what I tried to tell the cops surrounding my car outside of Walmart after my 2 hour shopping session. And I realized my son was in the car. They weren't buying it.
That's kind of funny. I don't.
They
It's a
just weren't buying it.
funny. The joke is funny, but I feel like getting to the punchline could be worked on a little bit.
Obviously, I mean, it's just the premise is what I'm working
I'm
on.
just saying. Bro, I bought a fucking like a 15 pack of Bud Light Tall Boys to bring to volleyball today.
That's a horrible idea.
I just thought it was a funny joke and no one really laughed. They just called me gay. And then they ended up drinking the
It's made
fucking
fun of me and called me queer boy and chased me home with rocks.
what was funny was is every time somebody would drink one, I would be like, ah, he's fucking drinking Bud Light. What a faggot. Like to like everybody.
Everybody was like, "All right, Russell, come on now."
I brought that and I drank it a lot.
So you're wasted, is what you're telling me.
No, at gas bars I had a gin martini and I had a Manhattan and a couple beers and I was drinking all day. But no, I'm not wasted. I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking heavier beer now, so I'm gonna get wasted. Oh, gonna get wasted. I'm working out 7 days a week. Did I tell you that? I think I did. I think we talked about that already.
You've been working 7 days a week?
Working out 7 days a
Oh,
week.
working out. I've been only doing it. My shoulder started hurting again, so
Well, I only do 3 days at the gym and then 2 days of the high intensity interval training and then 2 days of just fucking crazy intense cardio.
crazy intense cardio. Like how crazy intense?
Like insanity 30 minutes of crazy intense
Just violent
cardio.
masturbating on your bed.
Yeah,
Just
actually.
crazy.
Actually just christened the bed the other day. It was the first time I actually jerked off. I came on the bed, but that was pulling out
Yeah,
poo-tang.
it's
But
different. It's not the
yeah,
same. Let's own it. You
it
got to
was
conquer yourself.
and the thing is like you can lounge the bed, which is fun for sex.
You was fun.
You can lounge the bed, so like you're sitting basically up, and I'm just like jerking off like sitting up, right? And it's better somehow. I don't know why, but it's better.
It's always better to sit up when you're jerking off. That way you can just kind of keep the blood away in your dick. So
If
that
I'm
way it's
playing straight downs, I can like watch Seinfeld while I'm jerking off and porn.
I can do both.
Yeah, there's a better element.
The advantages are endless, essentially. So my car fucking broke down. Molly and I went to Moon Golf to reshaft a driver of mine, and I was talking. I felt like such a fucking dirtbag. So I parked right in front of the door, and it's like in a plaza. So like my car's like right in front of the door, and they only have like 4 spots. So like, so I fucking pull up, and I'm like, reshaft it, yeah, this and that. Start looking at putters. They're like a couple $100. I'm like thinking about getting one. I'm like, this and that. And I go to get in my car, and it just didn't start. And I was like, well, I look like a fucking broke bitch right now. So I fucking called up. I was also a little drunk, and I called up my buddy down at Dyer Chevy, 2 blocks down in Vero, and I said, "Come pick me up and buy in a car." And then that car sat in front of their store for like 3 days until we went and got a fucking trailer to put it on.
So I'm sure that was a funny story. I was kind of caught on this. I was looking at the microphone setting of this, and it wasn't under the microphone. It wasn't under my microphone, so I don't know if the first half is going to get picked up. But hilarious story, dude. That was funny. Dire Chevrolet.
You're a fuckface.
Sorry,
Well, I went and watched.
I'm sorry. I just got distracted. I wasn't
You
trying
heard
to
of that?
not listen.
Have you heard of that Sound of Freedom movie that's out now? That anti-trafficking movie.
Yeah, my friend said it was pretty good, which
I
is
just
weird
watched it.
because it's a Republican funded movie, and usually their movies have terrible acting,
Oh,
which is
they
why.
acting there. So I just watched it just now. Like I just got back from it. The main character is there was like 4 times in the movie where I was like, well, that's just creepy on its own. The ways like there's one point where he like kind of like saves a kid. Like they're setting up all these sex traffickers, right? On this
Yeah.
island, like an Epstein Island kind of thing. And this is true. They had actual footage. They actually did it. It's all a true story. But the guy fucking saves a kid from getting fucked before they can raid it because they're waiting for him to bring more kids before they raid him. And this one kid's about to get fucked and he like tries to stop him. And he gets him to stop or whatever. But before when it, like the raid happens, he looks at the kid that he saved and like he does like the creepiest like because he didn't explain to the kid. The kid doesn't know that he's like a cop undercover. Like this kid thinks that this guy's a sex trafficker, right? And the way he got it is he was trying to take the kid for himself. So he's like in this kid's mind, this guy is trying to fuck me too. Like you know what I'm saying? And then like when he's getting arrested, he looks at the kid and just fucking winks at him. I was like, that's the creep. It's like I'm coming back for you kind of wink. It didn't look like it was me that saved you, kid. It was like a I'm gonna fuck you later, kid. And
Yeah, but if
then there was another time he went to go save like there's the girl. He had already saved her, and he like crawls on the bed close to her, and I'm like, that's creepy too. That guy was about to fuck her in that bed. And you clit on the bed
yeah,
just what?
it has weird fucking pedophile undertones. So my thing is like, okay, your kid gets kidnapped and it gets raped for a little bit, and then you get it back. Do you want it back?
Like when you drop a baby bird out of a nest and it
Yeah,
gets.
it's just like gross. Let me have another kid that's not
There was
fucking raped.
mind you, I don't show that because I don't want them to know I'm talking like this on the podcast.
Who?
That organization. So we volunteer with an organization that's anti-sex trafficking. I'm not going to say it because we're talking on the podcast and I'm wearing the shirt, but
Dude, that's nuts that you said it because I volunteer with a sex trafficking organization. It works great, dude.
so it's not, there's certain jokes you don't make, whatever. But there's so
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna make
Okay. Yeah, there are certain jokes I don't make. Faggots, fuck a
anyway.
kid once and now, like every once in a while. God damn, Jesus.
It was a good movie.
Kidnap the kid,
The lead
fuck the kid,
the,
release the kid. Just kidding, kill the kid.
the lead actor was just not a good actor, but it was a good movie.
It's Jim Caviezel, dude. He played Jesus, dude. You can't talk like that on Jesus, dog.
Was
That
that the
was
guy who played Jesus and
Passion of the Christ, dog.
That was the guy?
Yeah, he died for your sins. Jim Caviezel died for your sins. And you just said he wasn't a good actor. What an idiot.
Not a good actor.
Bro, he's saving kids from getting fucked. Kids don't want to be fucked.
No,
Have
they
you ever
don't.
asked a kid if he wants to get fucked? I don't
They
think
said
anyone
no.
ever has. Ask the kid. Maybe they do want to get fucked.
You're going to hell. But good movie. But the Barbie movie, I guess, turned into something super woke, I guess.
Super pro feminist. Who fucking cares about the Barbie movie? We're going to see Oppenheimer tomorrow though, and I can't fucking wait.
That one about
Oppenheimer. The
what's
guy
that?
who created the atomic bomb.
The what?
The
The Tom.
atomic
Oh, yeah,
bomb.
yeah. She showed me. She wanted to see that too. She showed me a clip of the trailer, whatever.
Bro, you know what trailer you should watch is number one. I think it's
Trailer
called
Park Boys.
Killers of the Flower Moon. It's Martin Scorsese, uh
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio.
no, that's Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese, not Swayze. Let me make myself clear. Scorsese, not Swayze. Martin Scorsese, let's just name a few movies he did. Wolf of Wall Street, The Departed, Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, Casino. What did he do more recently? Who cares? This movie's coming out, looks fucking fantastic. That one, Killers of the Flower Moon. Watch that trailer. Then go watch the Napoleon trailer. Fucking Ridley Scott and Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon. It looks fucking insane. Coming to a theater this November. Actually, I think it's Apple TV, which it will still go to theaters for like a few weeks, but then it goes to Apple TV. They both are. And then the fucking Killers of the Flower Moon is like the killing of Indians that owned oil, which looks fucking just incredible.
Like Native American Indians?
Yeah. Because it was on their reservation. And it's a true story. And the best thing about it is it looks super, super violent. And if you look up the actual killings of them, it was over 60. So there's gonna be a shit ton of fucking murders in this fucking movie. And then you got Leonardo DiCaprio, you got Martin Scorsese, one of the greatest directors ever. Looks fan fucking tastic. I'll send them both to you later.
Send them both to me.
Send them both to you. Otherwise, you won't watch it because you're a
No more
fucking
dick
lazy
pics.
piece of shit that doesn't have a fucking memory and two black eyes.
You're right. I don't have any memory, and I definitely do like black guys.
You do love black guys. Maybe take off the fucking organization shirt if we're going to be talking about black people. I feel like they're not cool about it. I see the word bikers and they're like, no, black people. Do not talk about black people. It's a terrible organization. We'll save the kids as long as they're not black. Fuck the black kids. Literally.
That's not true at all.
It's true, dog. Those bikers fucking love black kids, dude. I hate black kids. I don't remember my point. But
let's move on from it then.
You're so scared. You're so scared of the organization.
I try to be respectful.
True, I get that, but also this is a podcast, and you brought it up in the first place, and then said I couldn't say anything about it, which is the wrong move.
I'm just trying to back off on a different subject, and somehow you still got back to talking about kids again.
I wasn't talking about kids. I was talking about you bringing something up on the podcast. So pick a different subject.
Please let me go. Let me go. I'm doing something.
I'm doing something.
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55 Cokes.
That show's fucking amazing. It's
Yeah.
so gratifying
Have
when you
to.
like know of something like a show that's great and then you show someone and they like it. There's such a good feeling to that.
You have
Like,
to. The guy did it for you. It's like, you're the
yeah,
guy.
you're the guy.
You want to
You're
be.
rich. You can afford it.
Yeah. He's like, look at your car.
And the black lady fucking
Here's
it's
his
my burgers, it's my fries.
He's like, what was he what's going on up there? He's like, this guy's trying to start a pay it forward. He's like, pulls up right immediately, like
Yeah.
pizzas, but classic. Classic. I watched nothing. I've watched nothing.
I'm trying to think of what I watched. You know what's funny is like I never remember to people who actually do watch this podcast. Me and Alex, it's not that we don't want to do a podcast every week. We forget. Like it'll be Wednesday. I'm like, oh yeah, we should have done a podcast last night.
We need to get monetized so we can remember.
We can't get it monetized. We cuss too early in the things. You have to like wait to cuss for like 10 minutes in. And fuck that.
Fuck that.
We were talking about kid fucking in like 6 minutes in.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, just me. You can roll the tape, but it was just me. I brought it up. I brought it up. I brought it up.
I was just talking about how creepy the actor seemed to them. I noticed a couple times. We need the wink. I was like, what the fuck? That's weird. I was like, this kid thinks you're still a pedophile. Like, you didn't tell him you weren't at one time point. As a matter of fact,
talking about it.
I'm sorry.
Sons of Anarchy are coming to fucking kill you now, bro. They're like, don't talk about it.
No, man, I got boys that'll help me.
Yeah, dog, Sons of Anarchy.
No, man, my boys.
I'm just so amazed at all the people that stayed in this bastion are just such trash now. Just like for the biker gang.
It's so uppity now. I live in Tampa. My name's Russell.
I'm better than everybody. I'm lib. Actually, I drank Bud Light today, and I had like 12 of them.
I have Stella's left in my fridge. I'm out of my.
Stellas are gay. Stellas are fucking pretending to be elegant.
It's rough. One of my regulars was like, I don't drink this beer. And they brought it to me at the bar and they were like, do you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah. Because they know I like neutrals and half food was neutral. So I just took them. I was like, I'll stock the fridge up.
Don't believe that story.
Yeah, well, that's why it was in a bag. And that's why the bag fell over, not a box.
Yeah, you can keep adding details to make it seem more real, but ultimately you just have two black eyes.
I robbed this convenience store. That's what I did.
Yeah, because that's the second most logical thing to happen. What about you buying Stella? I feel like maybe that's the most logical thing, but
I didn't buy any Stella. I don't even like Stella.
You don't like Stella?
I don't dislike it, but I don't. It's not like prefer. I wouldn't order it.
Do you know who does like Stella?
You.
Sexually trafficked children.
Actually, I don't think they have a beer preference at that age.
They're fucking whores. Who knows? Just giving it up to anybody, them kids. You darn kids.
Well,
You act like anybody's gonna watch this.
I got Crocs today. It's on the internet. It's on the internet. So at any point in time, if anything happens in the course of our lives and anybody decides to dig these up,
We're not that interesting.
yeah, it could be one day though. You
It
never know.
could be one day, but what you saw mob ties over here, Mr. Made Man?
Mr. Main Man, that's not the mob, the right? It's just a family. Family.
I got news for you. Fucking Tony's on Brett.
Tony's your other dad's name.
What my other dad's name? As in not my actual dad?
Yeah, your other dad.
My stepdad?
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't put people's names on here, but whatever. His name's Tony. I have two fathers.
Technically three if you count Brock. Brock was on our podcast. We can talk about him, Brock.
That's true.
He was on our podcast.
Yeah. I don't know if I think of Brock as a father. He's a friend.
Why he's fucking him up?
Well, that doesn't mean I think everybody who's ever fucked my mom as a father. That's a lot of people. Daddy!
That's true. It'd be weird if I was your father. I'm just kidding.
That was funny. It'd be funnier if you didn't say I'm just kidding, because obviously I know you're kidding, idiot. You know what? I know you're working on jokes, but I think if you're gonna do stand up, maybe don't just say I'm just kidding after every joke, because I think it'll ruin the
Right. It's a good note. I'll take that and run with it. I'm so tired of running. But yeah, I want to see the Barbie movie. I want to see how fucking woke it is.
Yeah, so that's why I want to see it.
Yeah. There's
I want to
nothing.
see it because it's a fucking woman directed movie with a fucking woman lead, and it's funny. And obviously, a woman can do it. This is kind of job as a man. Bro, you know what's crazy is that I just read how much money those movies made in the first weekend. And okay, so Oppenheimer made like, I don't know, something like 86 million. What do
So
you think Barbie made compared to Oppenheimer?
40 million.
So you think Oppenheimer made 86 million and Barbie made 40 million?
I don't understand. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just taking guesses why. I know you wouldn't ask if it
Because
was
Barbie made $155 million in the first week. It made almost double Oppenheimer.
hmm. Well, it's Barbie, bitch. Everybody's owned a Barbie.
Was
Nobody's
that the Barbie
nobody, no,
motto back in the day?
Barbie, bitch. It's Britney, bitch. But no, bro. No, everybody's owned every girl's owned a Barbie. Not every fucking person's owned an atomic bomb. More interesting with that nostalgia, you know?
But you know who really wants a Barbie?
Who?
Sexually trafficked children.
Probably.
All they want is a Barbie.
Probably. But whatchamacallit?
Alex, you're getting distracted, dude.
I got
Stop thinking about it, you fucking perv.
so one of my regulars bought me a neck fan, which was nice.
What? A neck fan?
Yeah, one of the things that hang around your neck. They look like old
I've
headphones.
never heard of that.
No, you've never seen people wearing them?
No, I don't run into many people wearing neck fans, dog.
Just Google it. I mean, put it
I'm
on your.
looking up right now.
It's on Amazon for like $20. It's like a little fan that hangs around your neck and blows all around your neck.
Well, that it is like a
This is not a plug for Amazon.
it is like a I don't know what the zone's called, but it like picks like the part in the back of your neck. Like in football, they used to tell us to put water on the back of your neck because it'll. And if you do, I turn the shower cold at the end of my showers, and then I sit there for like a minute or however I feel like long as I feel like sitting there.
Help you with your perversions.
Huh?
It's not going to help you with your perversions.
It's making my dick bigger. That's the reason to do it. Look it up. Don't fucking argue with me. Look up. Scientists say if you do it, it makes your dick bigger. And we weren't even talking about that, so don't bring it up again. Actually, talk for children.
What doctor are you citing here?
I'm just kidding. What it does is it sends like endorphins and shit to your brain to make you like first of all wake you up, and second of all
Yeah, I
make
know.
you
I've been taking
feel.
cold showers since now. It's good for you.
Listen, you know who took a hot shower? Those fucking Vietnamese children that just got fucking torched, dude. They got fucking torched. They're like, what? Children? Vietnam descent?
So, anyway,
You can't talk about children from fucking 60 years ago either. God damn, bro.
that was on Hey Arnold actually, the Vietnam thing. One of the guys.
Torching children?
No, well, technically, you don't remember Hey Arnold fucking the Asian guy or Vietnamese guy that was in the building, and there was a whole episode
I
about
didn't watch Harold. Hey Arnold, my
found his
fucking
daughter.
legs are on fire. I'm Vietnamese and I'm
You're
on fire.
you're a Neanderthal. You're a colonialist.
I am such a colonist. I am such a colonist because I mean, we talked about this a while ago that I looked up all my like I wanted to find like an ancestor that was here in the like 1700s. I found almost all of them were, and then I have like one Irish grandmother. Like, okay, but we were here. We were fucking Confederates, right?
family had
We fought for the
you
South.
owe reparations.
I don't know shit, dog, because I have Union members too, so we freed the slaves. You're welcome. I had
Yeah.
guys, my family fought each other so you could be free. Say thanks to me on Juneteenth. Um,
Sure.
no, but fuck, what was I gonna say? I
Something
forgot.
about looking over your family history and realizing that you have a history of effeminate
Slaves.
bloodline. You're just such a fucking pussy boy.
What? Because I'm more American than you? You're not even fucking Italian. You're fucking Greek or something. You fucking Jew.
Whatever, man.
Oh, so there's this great clip. I feel like I shouldn't tell you
Like
this
wait,
because honestly, like as two progressive libs that we are, I feel like the N word always comes out in every podcast.
that's what
But
you say it. I've never said it once.
that's bullshit. You said it twice last time, and I almost edited it out, and I tried to edit it out, but it was taking too long and it wasn't working, and so I just uploaded the whole podcast. It was like no one watches this anyways. Um,
That's stupid. That's what's gonna get you in trouble in the future. Us in trouble, me in trouble, you in trouble.
no, it won't. People will lighten
Podcast.
up and stop being so fucking gay about it.
I hope so.
You know who Patrice O'Neill is? The
Yeah,
big
I know.
fat black comedian.
Yeah.
He's dead. So there's this, huh?
Died?
He's been dead. He's been dead a long time, like
Sure.
10 years, probably at least. Probably more than that. There's this old Opie and Anthony skit of, well, not it wasn't a skit. It's a clip of so Patrice O'Neill was asking Louis C.K. about his heritage because Louis C.K. grew up in Mexico.
Yeah, he
And
speaks Spanish, doesn't he?
yeah, because he moved to the States when he was 7 years old. His grandmother was a Mexican woman. He is Mexican, and he
Half Mexican, half Jew.
well his Mexican side is the Jewish side too, because what it was is like his great
Dad left
grandfather
Hungary. I know.
or his grandfather, yeah, hungry, yeah, yeah, and then moved to fucking like. Anyways, he's telling Patrice O'Neill about his last name because his last name obviously isn't the letters C and K. That's how it's pronounced. It's a
Yeah.
Jewish last name, but it's pronounced CK. And Patrice O'Neill is like, he's like, I know where the term kike comes from. Kike, Jewish kike. And he's like, and during like, Ellis Island, when people were coming over, they would ask you if you could read English and you would put an X, but the Jews would put a circle, which was called a keikel. And then Louis goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "You know where the word nigger comes from?" And he's like, "One day there's this black guy and he was just being a nigger."
What the fuck? What the fuck? Of course Louis C.K. would say that.
I know, to Patrice O'Neill's face.
That's funny. That's just, he's got some balls on him for that one. That's
It's a
funny.
great clip. And Patrice O'Neill is laughing his ass off because he's fucking an irrational person. And
Well, I mean, when it comes to suffering comparing, if you go to the Jews versus the blacks, it's a tough race.
very in favor of the Jews, which a lot of people don't fucking
Realize.
Yeah, they don't realize that.
They had it's multi-generational. There was the whole Egypt thing. There was the whole Jesus thing. There was
Yeah, the Jews have been just being killed for fucking years and years and years and years.
ever.
But the fucking Holocaust was just nuts.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is
I bet they would have wished they were.
we might have talked about this before. I don't know why we always get into this, but I promise we're not racist. But during the Atlantic slave trade, you know who took the most slaves? Because we were not war number one.
Who?
Brazil, by like fucking 3 times the amount. That's why they're all black in Brazil. And do you know the population of Brazil? It's like a
What?
Brazilian or something.
Shut the fuck up. I
That's a
saw
good dad joke. That's my best dad joke.
there's actually a whole a lot of Confederates went down to Brazil after the war. And there's actually a town called Americana or something like that down there.
What?
We're full of all Confederate ancestors, and there are
The
a bunch of
Confederates went to Brazil. That's such a
a
weird
lot of
place
them.
for them
Yeah,
to
a lot of
go.
them. I don't know. They just had the same. Germans went to Argentina.
Bro, you know what's so stupid about the
Argentina.
fucking Confederate flag? The Confederacy existed. Do you know how long the Confederacy existed?
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, good. I didn't think you would know that, so I can't really come in with the bomb here. But yeah, 4 fucking years. They existed for 4 years, and you're like, we're celebrating our heritage. No, you existed 4 years. That's nothing to celebrate about. No one
No,
celebrates anything that lasted 4 fucking years.
I was forgetting. I was listening to a comedian talk about a truck he saw with a Confederate and American flag next to each other. And he's like, I don't know if he realizes that that's conflicting. He's like, that's like a woman getting a tattoo that says, "Well, this one is to commemorate my love for Steve, and then this one right here is to commemorate when I try to escape from Steve." Because the Confederacy is like them escaping America. He's like, this is for me, my commemoration of Steve.
You know what's annoying though is you get idiots that will be like, I'm not going to say who, but some people that we've probably already mentioned on this podcast who I love, but like this is a stupid fucking argument is people will be like, nah, and it's always like conservative guys that like heard this from the same fucking source. They're like,
Oh yeah, they
nah,
all, they all they all cycle through the same information they hear from Ben Shapiro and shit all the time,
no, Ben Shapiro would never say this because it's a retarded fucking thing to
or
say.
Charlie Kirk, whatever.
There you go. Now, Civil War was not, they did not secede because of slavery. They seceded because of taxes.
No, it was
No,
slavery.
no. They actually succeeded when Abraham Lincoln was elected immediately, South Carolina first. Seceded immediately when he was elected, because first of all, he wasn't even on the ballots in the southern states. And
I didn't
they
know that.
knew he was going to free the slaves, even though the first fucking thing he ever said as president was like, I'm not going to free the slaves and we will fucking bring your slaves back. You know, because there was that whole bill that basically marshals would have to go get runaway slaves and bring them back to the South. And it was abused all the time because you could pay the judge off. I forget what it was like. You pay the judge off cheaper than you can pay off whatever. And so in that movie 12 Years a Slave, he was a free man and they went and just like captured him and made him a slave. That was happening. That's the thing is like, I'm not trying to say like before that time that people treated their slaves good, but they didn't treat their slaves the way just pre-Civil War slaves were treated. Like they would check their teeth. It was like such a property, and like it was like it's fucked up to say, but it was like dog breeding in a sense. You would get like, I'm like, I want this one and that one. I'm gonna make them fuck, and then we're gonna have slave children. Almost every founding father was an abolitionist, except for Benjamin Franklin, who fucking was openly racist until way later in his life. And the North freed the slaves, like even before like England did.
England had slaves.
Sure, everyone had slaves. That's how you built a country. You need that was the whole conflict of the founding fathers, is they were like, we know this is wrong, but we need to build this country, and we're not going to be able to build this country. By the way, we created the cotton gin. By the way, who's going to pick all this fucking cotton? We're going to pay these motherfuckers to pick this cotton? No. The South's industry relied on slavery.
I know.
Correct. Right. I don't know why I'm not. I don't know why I'm saying right to you saying I know, but they were all like all the founding fathers were against it, and fucking Thomas Jefferson had 1,000 slaves. He had a shit ton of slaves. His kids were he fucked a slave and had slave kids.
He had other interests.
But he was against slavery.
That was the original traffickers. No, not the original, but they're in our history.
Did you say the original transgenders were slaves?
Yeah.
It's not even close. They don't identify as slaves.
Identify as a free man.
They're not like, please cut off my freedom.
Oh,
I identify as whatever you need me to do on the farm.
I always tell people at work that I'm trans height and I identify as 6'7". So people try to make a short joke. I'm like, bro, I'm like 6'7", dude. How tall are you? Fucking bitch.
I was like, bro, I'm still growing. I'm still growing.
I'm still growing. Yeah. Well, at my old biker bar with all those guys, they like the trans height joke better.
Then my joke that I just said to you now that they've never heard, is that what you're saying? Is that what they like better? What are you talking about?
They're all in a
They've
conference call.
never heard my joke, so I don't think they necessarily like it better. They've just never heard mine.
They like it better. They like it better.
Trust me, I know these fellas.
I know these guys.
I know these guys. They're anti
Same guys.
sexists are happy.
I see the same guys 4 days a week. Sometimes they don't pay. I'm just kidding.
Oh, dude, I had these very semi-regulars walk out.
Very semi-regulars. How are you?
Yeah,
Very semi.
means that they come in very like sporadically. And they walked out on their food, and I was like watching them. I was like, what are they going out the car? Because I never thought they would do that. And it's like, I can't wait for them to come back. Like,
Tonight?
what?
Or last night?
No, like a long time ago.
Oh, you said recently.
No, I didn't.
That's
Did
pretty
I?
good. I don't know. I'm probably making shit up. Continue.
That was it, I think. I don't know why I was telling that story. It's more interesting. It's more interesting if you're. It is funny. I'm funnier than you, Alex, and you need to accept it.
Yeah, but looks aren't everything, buddy.
Ah, look at you with the dead singers.
Singers.
I'm about this far away from a cigarette break. And you smoke like 6 since we fucking started this. You're turning into me.
I've smoked like 2.
Are you doing this for just for the podcast, or are you a big, more like me now, smoker?
First of all,
How many packs do you smoke a day?
a third, maybe, if I'm working.
Really? It's crazy. I smoke at least a pack and a half.
You're like fucking Post Malone. Motherfucker said he smokes at least 40 to 60 cigarettes a day.
So I'm not at least 40. 2 packs is a lot. I haven't done. I did when I did cocaine all the time. I would smoke sometimes 3.
It's still ridiculous. And he said he smokes in his bedroom and shit.
Yeah. If I didn't know that I was against it, I was allowed to do that. I would do that.
He's probably got one of the things that bars have that he can still smoke in or whatever.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
was gonna say the humidifier. That's not what it is, but whatever it is, it's a thing. Whatever it is, it's a thing.
it's not a thing. You're a thing.
Your mom's pussy's a thing. Can we pause it for me just to smoke a cigarette?
Yeah, but hurry up because I'm gonna be done soon. I keep getting texts.
From who?
Who do you think?
Your fucking boyfriend?
Yeah, Steve.
Don't shut the fuck up, dude.
Trying to escape Steve.
You fucking had me come do this, and you're telling me you have fucking a 5-minute window that we can actually fucking talk?
We've been on here for like 30 minutes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's been like 30 minutes, buddy.
It's been maybe 6.
It's been like 30.
Tell your girlfriend to shut the fuck up and go back to England. Who the fuck? You know we fucking beat them in like 2 wars.
Yeah, she hears about it all the time.
War of 1812. You burnt the White House.
They don't even tell that story in England. Or teach that history.
Murdered them. Listen, I'm going to smoke a cigarette.
All right, well, hurry up and tell me how we haven't been on for 30 minutes.
It won't show me till after.
Well, you're gonna pause it, aren't you?
Yeah, but it still doesn't show me.
All right, Missouri, whatever. Just pause. Got a beer.
I did get a beer.
Yeah, but I was just never mind, whatever.
You know what's you know what's annoying is my whore's over here on the couch and she's fucking asleep and it's been asleep the whole time as I cackle on the fucking microphone to you, but yet at night I can't fucking play American Dad because it gets too loud. I can only play Seinfeld because the theme song isn't as loud. You know what fucking else used to say that was fucking ex-girlfriend who or whatever the fuck that thing was. She used to say the same goddamn thing that I couldn't watch American Dad at night. And you know what I don't tolerate is not being able to watch American Dad at night. I fucking watch American Dad. Sometimes I watch Seinfeld, sometimes I watch My Name is Earl, sometimes I watch Archer. But for the majority of the time, I go to sleep watching American Dad. And this bitch is asleep as fuck. And God forbid I put fucking American Dad on. And then
He's probably tired from saving lives.
save one. And then then you talk about it, dude. Killing people left and right, dude. She don't know shit. I tried to get Ed. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I did. She tried to give me an IV, which is not allowed to do. She tried to give me an IV, and I just couldn't hit the vein either times in both arms. By the way, that shit hurts. That hurts a lot.
Yeah, I know. I had a nurse do that to me when I was getting blood drawn. She missed the vein completely.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. It hurts. And so for weeks, I had just huge bruises on both sides.
You look like a heroin addict.
Yes, I looked like that girl, whatever her name was that we worked with. Remember, she just would like stop working. She's like, "I'm cold."
Yeah, yeah, I remember who you're talking about.
Her name was like April or something.
Yeah, it was, and I remember
gross and goth.
She thought back those
days. Did you fuck her?
No, she wanted to, and she thought I was going. She thought I was. So I was. She wanted to buy some weed from me back then. This was like whatever 8 years ago. I was selling weed, and I was like, "Do you want to buy some weed?" And I was like, "Oh, she's like, oh, we can smoke or whatever. I'll come pick you up. I'll give you the weed, and we'll smoke a blunt." And she comes out of her fucking house all dolled up and shit. I literally give her the weed, and we fucking smoke a blunt, and then I drop her back off. And then next time we worked together, she said something about hoping that we were, or thinking or hoping or something like that we were gonna fucking fuck. And I was like, "You're fucking no."
Alex, you fucked her. You fucked that dirty fucking junkie.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Have you watched Kill Tony since we watched it that one night?
No, but I did like it though.
Yeah, what I'm pissed at Anthony.
I love how they shit on that. I still think about that. How they shit on that guy so bad.
They do it all the time. Tony gets so mad sometimes. It is I emailed Louis C.K. the other night because I just watched his special, and on his website, you have to go to his website to watch his special. It's from the past 3 years. And on his website, it's like, email Louis. He probably won't respond. And I emailed him begging him to fucking go on Kill Tony because it would be the most fun thing ever. Yeah, he's not gotten back to me. You know what's bullshit though?
Hasn't answered you?
No, not only has he not answered me, but fucking apparently on the iPhone, for some reason, there's something called a follow-up. So it'll send you your email you sent.
That hasn't been opened yet?
No, it doesn't say anything about not being open yet, but it says, "Do you want to follow up on this?" But it's a very small little thing that says follow up, so you have to like look for it. So I'm driving home and I see a thing from Louis C.K. and I'm like, he emailed me back. And I was flipping shit. And I go on there and I'm like reading my email. I'm like, okay, where did he respond? I don't see it. And then it top says follow up. I'm like, you fucking cocksucking motherfucker. Like, I thought I got an email from Louis, and no, I just got
don't just say Louis like you know him.
I do know
Louis
him.
hit me back, bro.
Louis was going to text me back, and he didn't. And this thing was like, hey, listen, you want to touch this up? Because I think the subject said before you die, like talking about it said well, first of all, I'm not finished. It said before you die, I want him to be a part of like podcast history before he dies. So I put before you die in parentheses, like not a threat. So I think that was, and I'm not kidding. That's really what I put. And I can show you right now.
I believe it.
Yeah. So maybe he didn't read the whole subject.
Maybe he didn't read it at all. Maybe he'll
Most
talk.
likely he didn't read it at all.
Yeah, but
But I knew that going
what if he
in.
goes on a special and talks about getting an email titled that?
What if he goes on Kill Tony and talks about it, and that's why he did it? But I feel okay doing that because he did this podcast with Shane Gillis about the presidents, and it's like a 6-hour podcast, and he talks about how he would call the White House every once in a while to complain about like certain shit. And then when he called Trump's White House,
I would love to know what he called the White House for. Give one
well,
example.
so he called Trump's White House to complain about well, Trump, he didn't really say like he had a complaint, but this was the first time where he called, and the guy was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Yeah, I'd like to file a complaint." He goes, "Just use the website. Can you just use the website?" And he's like, "I can hear like a untied tie," and he's like, are you okay?" And the guy was like, "Not great." And he's like, "All right, well, I hope you have a better day." He's like, "Oh, thank you. I do appreciate that."
That's not a good complaint.
Well, he was calling the complaint. The joke is that what really happened was is that it was I think it was right after
9/11.
I was going to say January 6th, but that wouldn't make any sense because Trump wasn't president. I don't know what it was, but basically what he was saying is they were so fucking full of calls that the guy was just like, "Fuck you! Like I can't stop answering the phone. Go to the website. I'm not writing down your complaint."
January 6th, Trump, I think, was still in the White House, buddy. When's the inauguration? I think it's in the late end of January.
So maybe that's what it was then.
I say because I know the election's in November, but the inaugurations, I don't
Well,
think
yeah,
so.
because obviously January 6th was to stop the
That fake election where they stole it from
they've attempted to do that before.
They stole it from T Dog, man.
They attempted to do that with Lincoln, and they didn't end up doing it because the general, there was only like one general because either they weren't, America wasn't fighting wars. They hadn't fought a war in like a few years, so there was only like one general. His name was Winfield Scott, and they were talking about coming to stop the election because again, Lincoln was not on the ballot in the Southern states, and that's why they seceded. And so Winfield Scott said that if they do try to stop the election and the like democratic process from happening, he's going to stuff them into his cannon and fertilize his lawn with them.
That's pretty cool. That's a pretty badass quote.
And then it is badass. And then he got like he sent all the like Capitol Police home, and then got like a bunch of fucking like Baltimore police and like badass cops to come there armed, dressed in civilian clothing, to just like walk around in case anybody like started shit. That's what I mean. All this shit has happened before. And that's what, like, when people will go, "This is the worst time." Dude, people were talking about, like, "Oh, the 90s were so better" on this fucking thing I follow. Like, the 90s is a better time. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I commented, I was like, "Why do you guys seem to be having a lot of fucking fun talking about this meme on your cell phones? You fucking idiots." That's the thing about
Shane
nostalgia.
Gillis has a good bit about that. He talks about, he's like, well, it's the most divided our country's ever been. He's like, why? Because we tweeted each other. It's like they know that we had a war, right? We had a civil war.
Yeah. Who was that? Because I do remember that.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah. Yeah. But what was I gonna say? Yep. What
Yeah.
was I talking about right before that?
Shane the
No,
cap
you were talking about shit.
no, the
Right after that.
January 6th, before that.
Whatever, who cares? Next. Next.
On to the next. Remember that show Next? Do you remember that shit?
Yes. And it's fun to tell her about that shit because obviously she wasn't. There was Next, which was a retarded. Okay, let me build
Date
this
my
up for
mom.
you.
Then
No,
there's
no,
Date My Mom.
don't name anymore. Let me break this down for you. How stupid MTV was in these days. There was Next. So you had a dating show where a person would just walk off a bus and they'd be like, "My name's Kitty. I am a bartender. I like long walks on the beach, and my butthole itch." Like the third one was always something
Yeah.
retarded, and then be like, "Oh, your dad's not Jewish," something like that, and then be like,
No,
"Next." They'd
it's
be
like
so like
I
sassy with
work
it.
in finance. I drive a Ford Focus, and I can only wear orange shoes or some.
Yeah, it was the third one was always retarded out of the park, and the person would be like, "What next?" So
I know
that
they
was
would
that, and then you
raid my
had,
room.
huh?
Remember raid my room?
No, let me tell the story. Room Raiders,
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry.
Room Raiders. You had fucking the parents would like have to sit with like, oh wait, no, that's a different one. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's the girl goes on a date. She's got a boyfriend. I know.
she
I,
has a boyfriend, and then she has
mom
to
picks it.
go
Her mom picks the.
ex-boyfriend.
I think that's date. I know it's date my daughter or something like that. It was like something like
I think
that.
that's something different. It was like the ex would like sit with the parents while the girl went on a new date.
But they were still
And
dating though. It wasn't ex. They weren't their ex. They were still
no,
dating.
you're
Like
right, you're right, you're
they
right.
were
And they
toxic.
would pick
And
if
like,
they
oh no,
wanted to keep their current partner or go with a new one. And then like if of course like she left him, he'd just be like, well, blah, blah, and he was like just basically fuck off to the parents.
it's so
Whatever.
stupid.
That was stupid as fuck. And then there was Room Raiders where they would
This guy's
pick.
underwear to see if they peed in it.
No, the number one thing they did, first of all, they were picking they would people would get roommates, they would get kidnapped. Three guys would get kidnapped at the beginning and then have to sit in a van together while they watch them go through each one of them's room. And then she had to pick out of the three guys, never seeing them before, just by judging by their room if they wanted them. Now, the one thing Room Raiders always overdid was the joke about, oh, he has big feet. You know what that means? Big socks. Like every single one. Everyone was just ready with that stupid faggot joke. Now, the number one, that was the top three. The number one stupidest fucking show from that era of MTV was Yo Mama. Wilder Valderrama, whatever his name is, Fez
Yeah.
from fucking That 70s Show
Mm.
would go around to cities where there was gangs of Yo Mama joke tellers in the park. That's what
Just
they did. They just sat around and told Yo Mama jokes. He would find the best of those gangs
yeah,
and then bring them to get cash money and tell Yo Mama jokes.
yeah, I remember that.
The very fact that people bought into the fact that there was just gangs of Yo Mama joke tellers.
But yeah, because that's how they started. It was like the best Yo Mama joke. That's how do
Yeah,
you?
did the best Yo Mama joke tellers in LA or the best Yo Mama joke tellers in
I
Texas
guarantee they just went around to
City.
local people and said, "Hey, do you know anybody who knows a few Yo Mama jokes?" Or even that they probably had some for them, and they just let them tell all their fucking the
Bro,
same
you know
joke.
about that gang in fucking Hyde Park? I don't know why I said Hyde Park because we're, that is a place, but it's more like a Roosevelt place. Anyways, it's like, oh, that tells you fucking mama jokes. They're just the best Yo Mama joke tellers in the fucking state, dude.
No, my favorite was date my mom. Whenever they would date the chicks' moms, and then they would
I
pick.
remember Date My Mom. I remember the name and I remember watching the show very often. I don't really remember the substance of the show.
So basically, a guy would go on a date with these chicks' moms, and then he would pick at the end. Like the moms would stand out there, and then he
You
would
pick the
pick.
daughter or the mom?
She would, yeah, he would pick the yeah, and then
MTV was so
so
stupid.
yes, but here's the thing though, is because you would have like one chick who's just like not really attractive, and you would always hope that he would just blow past the hot ones and just end up with that one. Because after he didn't pick a certain mom, because it went negative stuff, then he would, you're not the one, you're not the one, you're the one. So you know what I'm saying? It's not like he picked one, that girl came out. He got to see what he was missing out on the whole time. So like two bombshells would walk out, and then like a third one's just like, he's like, oh great.
They would always have like a quip too, like, well, you're not enough for this old stuff. Something.
I just don't think that your daughter can hang based on the way you ate hot sauce at the restaurant.
And I
So
don't think you can hang. Yeah, it was always retarded. And
What a good show was though. A good show they had.
a
Silent
good
Library.
Silent
Silent Library.
Library.
Never saw that one. It was like a game show.
No.
It was
What's
fun.
a good show that's a good dating show is Love on the Spectrum. Did I told you about me fucking up the midget reality show?
Yes.
Yeah. Should I tell it?
Oh, that's a
Story?
fucking great story.
I'm gonna tell a story because I don't know if I've done it on a podcast yet. Uh, so I was working at this place called Southern Social, and I get to work, and my manager's telling us like, "Hey, there's people from TLC filming a reality show tonight, so we have to be on our best behavior or whatever the fuck he said." And I immediately went, TLC. They have a
People are
bunch of
meant.
shows about midgets. Is this a midget show? And he looked me dead in the face after me arguing because I really wanted a midget show. He'd go, I assure you it's not a midget show.
Lo
Okay.
and behold.
Yeah. Exactly. Lo and behold. So the show was about midgets dating normal people. And so the black guy gets there first, normal sized black guy. And well, normal sized guy who happens to be black. I don't know if he's a normal sized black guy. He's kind of small. He's not really like look athletic. Anyways, I didn't judge his teeth. Um, no, but so that guy was waiting
Shows
there.
up.
It what?
He shows up and then
He shows up and then he was there for he shows up, the camera crew shows up. So we see the camera crew. They mic'd my friend who was going to be serving them, and I was like, I'm not doing that. My hands are going to start shaking. I'm going to look like a bitch on TV. It's going to be weird. And so at one point in the night, because it seems like it's taking forever, so it's just a black guy in the fucking camera crew, right? And at one point in the night, I'm walking back from my table, and I'm walking past where the guy was sitting because he had a table laid out for them. And I see the camera looking at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? In my head, I'm like, maybe that's like B-roll or something. I look over to my left, and the midget is right next to me. I almost ran into the midget. And I didn't want to run into her. I was trying to be like courteous. So like when I looked over and saw her, I jumped like that. Like I was afraid. It looked like I was afraid of the midget. I wasn't afraid of the midget. I didn't realize she was there. I almost ran into her. And so then
that would have been some funny B-roll.
essentially this was her, it wasn't B-roll, it was her entrance to the thing because they had to reshoot her entrance later at night. That's how fake fucking reality shows are. They had to reshoot her entrance like later when there's nobody in the fucking restaurant and it's fucking nighttime.
They didn't even
And
pick.
first of all, the midget was so loud. The restaurant was two different rooms connected by a hallway.
Yeah, I
So you
remember.
couldn't see or hear anybody in the other room unless you were like in the hallway. You could hear this fucking bitch midget fucking from the other room. And she had like a Karen haircut. And we found out those motherfuckers knew each other. It's so fake. And they would feed her lines to say, or they'd be like, okay, go back and talk about this, expound more on this, what you were saying. And then the midget was like so ready for fucking like to be an actress. She was like, whatever. And I was the only person that did not have to sign a form about being on camera because they weren't going to use me at all for anything. They probably were very pissed at me, and the show didn't get picked up. So fuck you, TLC, and your stupid fucking faggot midget show.
There's so Jared's girl was actually on a TLC reality show about I think it was a guy who had like warts all over him or something.
Ugh.
And it was just like somebody that she knew from work, I
My
guess.
sister's covered in
But
moles.
she told me this, she told me the same thing about how fake it is because she's like, first of all, we didn't even really like know the guy like that. We just were just nice to him at work, and then they had us be like his friends, like while he's going on these dates or whatever. And it was just like, oh, so fake. Like they were like doing fake crying stuff and like all and like somebody came in and like just kind of glanced over in our direction and then he was like, see, this is what I have to deal with all the time, people staring at me and shit like that. And she's like, it didn't happen at all. It's like somebody just glanced over there and they like pumped it up to where like they were like staring at him. It's
Yeah,
like
it's retarded fake, dude. It's crazy.
that's super fake.
I wonder if that midget's dead. How old do midgets live? You never see a midget old person.
Yeah, you do. How old is
When? When have you ever seen an elderly midget?
there's one that comes into my
And
bar.
don't say fucking the
Oh,
Hobbit.
there's one that comes into my bar.
Bilbo Baggins.
He kind of looks like Gandalf and Bilbo had a kid.
So he's medium height.
No, I just mean like Bilbo's height, but Gandalf's hair.
Wait, hold on. You have an elderly,
Wizard.
long, white-haired midget that comes into your bar.
I've seen him now and again. I've seen him several times.
Just
Like,
flowing white hair.
well, the thing is, he's got a cane too, so that's it's like a walking stick.
Well, yeah, their fucking spines aren't real. They're like 2 inches tall.
Neither.
My spine's not great either.
But yes, I do. I've seen him several times. So yes, I have.
That seems like a fucking one-off weather midget as you.
How old is Wee Man? He's got to be getting.
I'm talking like 60s and 70s, dude.
How old is Wee Man? I don't know. He might have been in his fucking 40s for all we know.
How old is the long-haired midget that comes to you?
So you don't know how old they are until they start graying. You don't know. It's like black people; they don't look old at all until they're like 90, and then it's like boom, it all happens at once. Like Asian people too. They'll be like perfect, clean, like perfect, like everything, and like boom, all of a sudden they go from like looking like a good 40 to like a hard 70, like real quick. They just shrink and hunch over real
I don't
quick.
think that's true.
They go from Jet Li to Mr. Miyagi in like a year and a half. I'm telling you the truth.
Asian people are bots. They're not real people. This is a
Well,
simulation and they're bots. That's why they all look alike.
I have a family, and they're pretty
Black
fucking.
people can go either way. They can either look really old.
I got a Korean family, and they're pretty dope.
What? We don't.
Yeah, my aunt's Korean, and my cousins are Korean.
They're not blood.
My cousins are blood. They're little tan Koreans, I swear to God.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, but you're not related to Korean. They're Korean. You're not Korean.
I have family that are Korean. I don't know what else to tell you. We share a grandfather.
What do you do when they come
grandfather.
over and your dog's just wandering around? Do you fucking...
my aunt Kay, who is actually fucking hilarious, makes that joke every time I bitch about whatever's being cooked. She goes, "You don't get it. My people eat dogs." She jokes about it. She doesn't give a shit. She always tells me that I need a tiger mom growing up. This is what she tells me. She's like, you need a tiger mom.
That's a
like
funny,
you need a hardcore Asian mom to fucking whip you into shape.
What's his name? John Mulaney joke. He's like, I'm a tiger mom.
Yeah, because the Asian haircut. But that's a real thing.
I know.
I made a joke when I used to work at Steak and Shake. My Uncle Paul, he would come in with
I think for reference, we should just tell people that you work for Steak and Shake like multiple times for like a long time.
Why?
Because you're trash and people need to know you're trash.
Well, I was 18 or 19 working at Steak and Shake.
And I worked at Aeropostale. I was elegant.
But here's the thing. Listen. So my uncle comes in with my aunt and my cousins. My cousins are young at this point. They're like 10 shit.
Your hot cousins?
Right. No, it's two boys and little Ella.
Yeah, the hot ones.
Anyway, just shut up and listen. So they come in.
Little boys.
My Uncle Paul immediately goes to the bathroom. Like he walks in and goes to the bathroom. So I saw an opportunity for a joke. So I turned to my buddy Sean, who was grill cooking next to me. I said, hey, look, there's my family. And then he goes, what? Because my uncle was gone. After he goes, what? No, it's not. Because then I realized that there's not a white man over there to relate me to it. So I saw an opportunity for a joke and I turned to him without missing a beat. And I said, yeah, bro, I'm adopted, bro. My whole family's Korean. You didn't know that? I could have swore I told you that. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, watch. And I went out and I hugged everybody. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And he was like, what the fuck? He's like, your whole family's Korean. I was like, yeah, bro, I'm adopted. He's like, no fucking way, bro. That's crazy. And my uncle came out and I explained the whole scenario. But it was a funny joke at the time.
That reminded me of this great American Dad joke where Stan's talking to the doctor about something I don't remember, and he's like, "Oh, you mean my loser's son and my dumbass daughter?" And he goes, "No, I mean your compassionate son and your hot daughter."
What?
The joke's even better than that, but that is the line.
Yeah, but I don't understand where that came into play there.
That's why it's funny, is because you think he's gonna say like something nice about his daughter. He goes, "And your hot daughter."
Oh, but anyway, I have Asian roots. Stop Asian hate.
That's not Asian roots. Your fucking cousin or whatever fucked an Asian. Congratulations.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, I got.
There's nothing special about it. There's like 10 trillion of them. They're bots. This is a simulation. Asians are bots. That's why they all look alike.
I love my cousins. They probably think I'm a dirtbag, but I love them.
I don't love your cousins. Fuck your cousins. They eat dogs. They're North Korean.
No,
That's gross.
I used to make that joke to my Aunt Casey, and she'd be like, "You don't understand. People in North Korea don't leave North Korea."
Yeah, they just die in North Korea.
He's like, "They don't leave." I was like, "All right,
They starve to death in North Korea.
yeah,
Or they eat rats.
yeah."
That's true. Little girl and fucking Joe Rogan talked about it.
Well, either way, they don't eat that stuff. They eat Italian food.
Well, you clearly eat Italian food, fat ass. Just kidding, you look good.
Thanks, Dad. Biggest fuck dog.
Yeah, dude. Put a fucking 70 on the fucking incline tonight. I'm fucking ripped.
Dude, I'm putting a fucking 375 on bench, dog.
You're doing fucking barbell bench, dude. I'm doing fucking dumbbell bench. I'm putting a 375 on a fucking dumbbell bench, dog.
First of all, dumbbell bench, I do 260 for like 10. I do
Well,
130.
you do 130 and eat a chan. Let's be clear.
Yeah, that's 230. Or
260.
260.
I'm aware. I
So
do fucking
if it's
170.
barbell bench, I figured it's a given that I'm doing that.
It's
I didn't say
different. It's
I didn't say
different.
260. I said
It's
260.
different. It's different.
Whatever, bro.
You know what I haven't done before that I'm going to do tomorrow that I'm actually pretty excited about? So I said that I haven't done before, dog. I did, first of all, hamstrings yesterday, which was good. I didn't do anything new today, but tomorrow I'm going to be doing barbell rows, and I've never done barbell rows before. I'm excited
Chainsaws?
about it.
You mean
Huh?
chainsaws?
What?
You mean chainsaws where you fucking
Barbell rows.
yeah, chainsaws. You lean over on the
Chainsaw
bench.
is single hand.
Yeah.
No, a barbell row.
Oh, barbell. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, pause. I got to pee again. I don't know if I pee on
I'm
camera.
going to smoke a cigarette then.
All right. Well, hurry up and then we'll wrap it up.
Shut up.
Welcome back to the Fuck Russell podcast.
I'm glad I can get my whore to wake up and show her tits. Or wake up and show your tits. Or motherfucker. Yeah, that's so much quieter than American Dad.
You're quiet. You're not. You're definitely not quieter than American Dad.
Dude, that was good. I like the way you stumbled to like throw me off, and then you like finished the joke as if it were funny. Dead hair.
On my last beer. What'd you say?
I want the last beer drinking tonight was for fucking sure. Stuff to more than free each. Escape the other West Coast. Can't recommend enough.
This came from Artois. I think it's I don't know where's it from.
Stella Artois in Belgium means Bud Light.
Nope, it says Norway.
Yeah, they speak Belgian in Norway.
No,
Fuck.
it says Belgium. I was just fucking with you. I just wanted to see you backtrack. You
I'm smarter than you.
Fucking English.
I know that. I'm smarter than you.
Keep thinking about the zip line thing from fucking I Think You Should Leave.
I'm taught the quote I just said was from I Think You Should Leave, but in the zipline thing, it's the girl who tries to get the Santa Claus joke. Oh, Santa and all his elves.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
And then they brought it early.
Well,
are we even gonna get anything now? Because I didn't ask for that. Somebody says that Santa came early about like the fax machine or copy or whatever, and she's just trying to like build on that joke. She's like, "Yeah, Santa brought it early,"
yeah.
and she just tries to do it the whole time, and no one's. She's like, Steve makes one Christmas joke, and he's the talk of the office. Is like, I make hundreds of on par, if not better, Christmas jokes. Everybody ices me. I'm not popular at all. And then the one guy walks in, he's like, "Oh, look, a new copier," and he's like, "Yeah, Santa brought it early." And he goes, "Yeah, I guess he did." And he like laughs and just like almost crying because somebody actually laughed at her joke. God, explaining jokes is not as funny as just watching them.
No, it's not. That's why I'll never be a good comedian. So I always explain my jokes.
It's like you guys got that right.
Get it? You get it, guys?
Get it?
But
Wait. You don't get it. You don't get it.
Call
This
him a
guy doesn't
fag.
get it.
I called him a fag because his shoes. You get it?
Dude, I'm going to Austin, Texas.
You are?
Yeah, not until next year, but I'm going.
You're not going. You don't have anything booked.
I don't have anything booked. Kaylee's going to Washington, D.C. for her 30th birthday, which was 3 years ago.
Kaylee's older than me, and I'm 30. That's bullshit. She's full of shit.
So what happened? What happened is that COVID fucked up her 30th birthday.
No, it did.
Yeah, it did because you couldn't go anywhere, did it, dipshit?
Yeah, you don't have to. You can still have a good birthday.
So let me backtrack. My dad is taking us somewhere for our 30th birthdays. And because COVID happened on the year she turned 30, or COVID was still going on the year she turned 30, 2001, January. They couldn't go anywhere.
In 2001, when she turned 30?
Yeah.
You said 2001.
No, 2021.
You said 2001.
I know what I said. You just said
2001 when she turned 30. I'm like, she's way past that. She missed that train a while ago.
That's like Anthony. Jesus.
Anthony's 90. No, what was I took Anthony and I went
over and die.
Anthony and I had played in a little golf game with my buddy Eric from Squid Lives. And my buddy Eric was like, all right, they're about the same age, him and Anthony. And he was like, oh, who's your buddy? Like, I was like, oh, you'll like him. He's 75, just like you. You'll like him.
I am fucking hungry and I don't have food. I've only eaten today. I had like 6 mozzarella sticks. Oh, I also had like eggs and toast after my workout. And then after the mozzarella sticks, I had a fucking blackened chicken wrap. And then later that night, I had fucking these little mini empanadas that they have at gas bars now, which are really good. There's like 6 of them, but that's all I've eaten today, and I'm hungry.
I've only had one Olive Garden meal, which is a lot.
Yeah, you would go to Olive Garden, you fucking wop. You're like, you know what the mama used to make?
Just like my nonna used to make this fucking sauce.
Yeah. My mama used to make this the fried lasagna appetizer. She would fry the lasagna. She would make a lasagna, which is annoying as fuck to make, and then fry it, batter it, and fry it, and then serve it to Fat Fox in the neighborhood.
Well, you know why Italian American and actual Italian food is different, right? It's back when Italians first came here, all we had was like fucking dough and shit. So that's why all that food is dough shit.
Do you realize only a few years after you wops came here, there was more of you in New York than there was in Rome?
Good.
Why is that good? It's bad. And you guys
But
started talking your own language, and you're all kind of like, "What?" And you're like, "Gabagoo," and then you started,
pronounce
and
Gabagool.
you became fucking masters of organized crime.
Yeah, that started in Sicily, I think.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, organized crime didn't start in Sicily, but uh, I'm just the WAPs fucking took to organized crime. They created organized crime basically in fucking America. Actually, that started with the prohibition. It was like, hey, we could sell this liquor
Liquor,
because
I
they
already
don't
know.
sell it no more because it's illegal.
Same thing with drug dealers.
What about them?
I don't know.
What's the
Dirty.
same thing? That WAPs control the drug dealing.
That's my soft cooler I've been looking for.
There's a thing that I just have to look at my closet and see. It's
I'm
not
like,
even
what?
on.
Not in my room. I'm in the garage. I'm not a Broncos fan.
Yeah, that is gross. That's in every podcast, and I just want to fucking delete it out.
Broncos, let's go,
Russell
Denver.
Wilson.
Let's go, Denver. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was American. You're about to get bat that.
Bro, you know what I do all the time? That's
What?
a great like quote, if that's what you want to call it. Is you remember in the South Park movie where at the beginning they're singing about going to see this movie, and it's like a 4 minute song about well, they're actually singing about living in South Park, and but they're on their way to go see Asses of Fire by fucking Terrence and
Andrew
Phillip,
Phillip.
and they're like singing and they're all happy, and they get to the kiosk at the movie, and they're like, 4 tickets to Terrence and Phillip, please, and the guy's like smiling, he goes, no.
No.
It's
Rated
a
R.
rated R movie. Yeah.
What a bunch of idiots. All right, I'm tired.
I'm kind of
Out.
tired too.
Sign out.
All right, I'm gonna go try to find something to eat.
Here's my classic sign off.
Here's mine.
Fuck off. Yeah, you don't like to see me. I just jerked off.
I'm not eating your semen, you fucking stupid idiot. I'm eating the fucking sex trafficked kids' buttholes. God, you're stupid.
You're a garbage person.
All right, bye.
Fuck you.